All right, let's freestyle this. At this point, with the elections coming up for president, my opinion, Trump is going to clear the field on the Republican side. The biggest opposition that he's got in the primary is Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis is very well liked in the state of Florida, and he did quite a bit, stood out during COVID. And I know if you're on one side, you're thinking, oh, this BS. But if you're on the other side, you're like, yeah, that's true. So think about that sometimes when you guys are thinking about politics. You can only see your side. It's like the gang mentality, Crips and Bloods. You don't care what they're going through, or that they're human like you, or they're thinking. You don't care about anything. They just got to go. That's not the case. So Ron DeSantis is very popular. He's very strong in the state of Florida, and he proved it during the elections. And he's likely to do very well. Now, again, he's the biggest opposition that Donald Trump has in the primary. But Donald Trump still will trump Ron DeSantis in the primary. So Donald Trump is going to run the table in the primary. And the experts know that. They may not tell you that. They may not put it on in the media, but they know that. Trust me. How do you know they know that? Because you don't attack someone that's below you. If you're going to go get in the ring against Muhammad Ali in his prime, for a gazillion, dollars, or whatever the amount is, well, not whatever the amount is, for a large amount of money. Told you guys this was freestyle. If you're going to get in the ring with Muhammad Ali for a large sum of money, don't you think, if you could, get him disqualified some way or another, before the weigh-in, during the weigh-in, for not filling out some paperwork correctly, or whatever the case is? Do you not think that you would do your best to get him disqualified? Now, if it was that person, that other guy, that op you've got, that enemy that you have, that person at the job you can't stand, or that neighbor you can't stand, or whoever it is that be talking about you, and you can whip them, you can, but they talk all that smack, maybe behind the screen on social media or something, right, behind the keyboard, and they told you, for a large sum of money, the same amount that they would pay for Muhammad Ali, you can get in the ring with that individual. Would you be just as concerned about getting them disqualified? Would you? If they were 1 pound overweight at the weigh-in, would you raise hell right then and there and say, no, that's wrong, start making news conference appearances and all of this, making statements that they're overweight, they shouldn't be able to step in, they shouldn't have the right to step in the ring with you? That should disqualify them so you win? Maybe. Because the money's good, so why not? But I have a feeling, even if you wouldn't go as hard as you would go for Muhammad Ali. Because Muhammad Ali's going to whoop you. Even before you step in the ring, if you see his shorts, maybe it's a little too short per regulation, you're going to go to your corner and be like, hey, coach, his shorts, hey, tell the ref. I would. That's Muhammad Ali. That's Mike Tyson. I would. So why do the experts know? They know. And how do we know they know? Put your feelings aside. Put your partisanship aside. Think about it. How do we know that they don't want to get in the ring? Why not get in the ring? What will happen in the ring? Tell me. Forget everything. Oh, he's bad. Okay. Forget that. He gets in the ring. He passes that. He gets in the ring. What's going to happen? Can you tell yourself the truth? So, he's going to run the table on his side. Now let's look at the other side. Yo, he's going to crush Biden. And the experts know this. They're going to dump Biden because he can't save the party for the next 4 years. He can't. He's not going to win if Trump is his opponent. He's not going to. They know that. They know that. So, it's either they don't step in the ring with Trump, or they step in with a wounded Trump. But they don't want to step in the ring with Trump because every time he gets punched, it just seems like he gets stronger. And they can't understand why. But if they would put their feelings aside, they would understand why and create a strategy to defeat him. But they're so focused on their feelings, trying to convince everyone else why not to like him. That's why they can't win. They do the same thing in the state of Florida. They just talk about their opponent, I knew Hillary was going to lose when she had the signs that said love Trump's hate. You talk about him so much, you got his name in your signs. You're dead. You're dead. So he's going to run the table on his side. He's going to really beat Biden like 70-30, 65-35. Seriously. And they're going to call that like a mandate. He's going to come in strong. The experts know that. And they're trying their best during the final hours to see if they can rectify, do something to save the party, to save the ship. Now, what are their other options? If they can't bury him, what are their other options? He runs the table on his side, so now you facing him and you don't want to face him. You got to do everything in your power to get him out. You'd rather face anyone else. You know you could beat anyone else. Ron DeSantis is going to be very tough to beat in a general against Joe Biden. He'll have a good chance to take out Joe Biden. But Joe Biden has a good opportunity too to win that race. But facing Trump, there's no out for Biden, and the experts know that. Nike, drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Good girl. And she picks it back up. All right. So Biden's going to get beat 65-35, 70-30. What's left? If you can't get rid of Trump, you substitute Biden for who? Gavin Newsom? He gets beat, but not as bad as Biden. He gets beat about 60-40, maybe 55-45. I'd say 55-45. Newsom gets beat. Who else do you have? Kamala Harris? 70-30. 65-35. Now, the name Obama's floating around. If there's an Obama in the race, that changes the game. Michelle Obama would be Again, take away your feelings and your partisanship. I know it's hard for human beings to do that. It's hard for a Crip to put aside their feelings and their allegiance to their gang to think about a Crip's perspective. But you can't catch a op if you can't think like your op. So, Michelle Obama would be about 50-50 with Trump. Depending on how it finishes, depending on how strong they go, if Michelle gets her husband all over in the road and Biden, somebody's, wheeling him around wherever he needs to go and talking him up, and whoever else they can, Nike, please, drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Give it to me. Come here. Come. Give it to me. Good girl. Thank you. Thank you. Good girl. All right. So, man, I'm going to have to edit the hell out of this video, huh? Michelle Obama's got the best chance out of anybody I can think of right now. She's a 50-50 toss-up in the ring with Trump. So, but it's not that easy to slip her in, and now you got to start campaigning, and it's going to be a breath of fresh air for the party, for the campaigns. The whole campaign thing is going to be a breath of fresh air for that. For elections. Yeah, she's got the best chance that I can think of right now. She jumps in because remember, voters are going to be emotional and very partisan. And so you're going to get again, the experts know these things, guys. I don't have to give you my resume to tell you how I know these and why. The experts know these things. She's got a 50-50 shot against Donald Trump in general. Now, to get her in there, you're going to have to obviously dump Biden. You don't want to make it too big of a deal because then that might hurt the party. But you want that smooth transition, like getting rid of him and putting her on. The experts know that will get more black votes automatically. F your feelings. The experts know that that's going to get the female vote up automatically. F your feelings. The experts know that it's going to get the trans community out even more. The experts know that all the sub-liberal groups are going to have some kind of rise in the numbers automatically. It's politics. It's a science. Or is it an art? But yeah, the experts know. Okay? So don't expect to see a general election in 2024 with Trump facing Biden. Don't expect to see that battle. Don't expect to see them inside of a UFC ring fighting each other. The same way you shouldn't expect them to be in the campaign against each other for the election. It's not going to happen. The experts know. No. So, pretty soon, we're going to have to create something. Something's going to have to happen to where we can make that move. Where we can get Obama on the ticket and get Biden off the ticket. Do we slide him vice president and bring her as president? I don't think that would happen. Well, Kamala, you can't pass her up. Get out of your feelings. The experts know. It's going to look bad. You're going to lose women. The experts know. And yes, the voters are in their feelings. Yes, the same way you're thinking about that. Yes, they know that. That's why it's Michelle Obama. Why do you think she would do better than Gavin Newsom? Gavin is cookie cutter, crisp, bro. Ready to go. Looking and sounding like a young Joe Biden. Back in his days when he was, whatever issues he was fighting for. We're going to get out of our feelings. So, the numbers are clear. The experts know that if the op don't catch Trump slipping, they done. They know he's going to get him. If they don't catch him slipping, he going to win. They're going to have to take him out. They're going to have to. So if you want to beat Trump, you need a conviction immediately. You need something to get him off the ballot. You can't just get him off the ballot on your feelings. Colorado, that's your feelings. See, if you can't take that step out of your own gang mentality, if you can't take that step away from, just your side of seeing things, then you'll forever be doomed, wondering, oh, how did Trump win? Oh, how did Trump lose? Right? 2016, who was surprised that he won? 2020, who was upset and surprised that he lost? Don't underestimate your op. Don't underestimate your op. So here's the issue. Colorado just wanted to do what was necessary. They saw an opening. They fired. How you gonna blame them? They're blue. They're Crips, bro. They found out the top guy for the Bloods, the top guy for the Bloods. They caught him coming out of a liquor store by himself. What you think the Crips gonna do? He's the top guy in their territory. What do you think they're gonna do? They took the shot, bro. They took the shot. Think about it like the mafia. Al Capone catch his biggest rival, just slip it. He's gonna be like, nah, it's just business. No, because it means a lot more to them than it means to you. It means a lot more to them than you think it means. They're not gonna let him slide. All right, they're not gonna let him slide. So they took the shot. How can you blame them? See, if you're in your emotions and you're a Crip, you'll be like, yes. Of course they took him out. They have to. That's a law. He broke the law. Insurrection. It's insurrection. January 6th. And if you're Blood and you're in your feelings, that is so wrong. They're overturning their democracy and they can't do that. Instead of sitting back, first of all, Colorado, Define insurrection. And after you define it, show me a court's interpretation of it. That's why we have a judicial system, Colorado. We don't do feelings, remember? Lady Liberty, remember Lady Liberty? We don't do feelings, Colorado. Crips, we don't do feelings. Insurrection. We don't do feelings, Colorado. Define insurrection. Then you're not done. You're not done, because it's your definition or whatever definition you read. And then you're just going to make the facts fit and say, well, they said go to hell, so therefore they threatened the government by saying go to hell and pointing at them, and they had many friends with them. That's insurrection. You could make up what becomes insurrection? A group of students who are protesting? Are they maybe not even on government property this time? And you're going to say they have plans to overthrow the government? Is that what you're going to start doing? Because I can tell you, Cuban immigrants know well about that kind of stuff. Haitian immigrants know well about that stuff. Chinese immigrants know about that stuff. From many African countries, they know about that stuff. We Americans, many of us know about that stuff. All right? So, you're going to take the shot. And unfortunately for them, it's not going to take him down. It's not, because see, Colorado, no matter how you feel, because I know you're in your feelings, no matter how you feel, words have definitions, they have applications, and they have review. So when the law was written, you have a legislative branch, right? The law was written. That's what you have, a law. And now you're just saying, hey, he broke this law, therefore he's off the ballot. Who said he broke the law? Who said? You said? Colorado, get out of your feelings. Get out of your feelings. Get out of your feelings if you really want to know how to win. Your feelings will trap you into some battles that cost you. Ask Hillary. I bet you if she could do it over again, she wouldn't miss. She probably sitting there wishing she had this kind of chance that Biden has right now. Had this kind of info, court cases, people filing in New York, this funny filing, and all these people filing. She wishes she had that. Are you kidding me? Hillary would not have lost on everything. She would not have lost if she had this kind of opportunity right now. But see, Biden can't use it as well. He doesn't, I don't see it happening. Hillary is a shooter, bro. She a killer. She wouldn't have missed. She would not have gotten in the ring with Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali would have been disqualified. Trust me, she would have found a rule somewhere. Trust me. And she tried last time, but see, we weren't yet in this era of politics. You understand me? She's sort of like middle old school type politics, you know? Biden, Hillary, Bill, George W., you know, all these folks are sort of, you know, what's her name? Pelosi. They're all sort of, Nike, please stop. They're all old school politicians. But see, Donald Trump changed the game on how the game is played. And now they've realized the way that they've usually played, you can use the media, and once the news drop, what does the person say? Hey, I resign, because the media now was talking about them and their popularity was sinking. People were talking bad about them. The news cycle was going. They were going to lose their funds. They were going to lose their elections. And so they just resigned. That's what they did. They couldn't do it to him. They said he grabbed her by the pussy. He's still surging. Oh, where's your taxes? He's still surging. All these women, he's surging even higher. And they're like, what the is going on? But see, if they stay in their feelings, they're going to be like, oh, remember the 47% comment that Mitt Romney made? See, if they stay in their feelings, then they're going to be like, these people just don't count. It's just part of America that just are just stupid, uneducated. They're just part of America. See, because they're in their feelings and they're so butthurt. They got punched so fucking hard that they can't think straight. That's what happens. That's what happens when you see politicians attacking each other like that. They're so hurt that instead of figuring out what it is that they need to do to win, they focus on finding something to blame for why they're not doing well. I'm telling you. When Trump won, what did the Crips say? Did they say, man, we should have done better here, there, and there? Nope. They basically said all his voters are racist, all his voters are this, all his voters are that, all his voters are this, all his voters. Right? And that's not someone who's hurt. So I stepped in the ring, Muhammad Ali knocked me out, and what am I going to say? What am I going to say? All his people are thugs, all his people are losers. What do I say? I lost, like I got beat. What do I say? He cheated, maybe? Oh, man. They tried that in 2016. Hillary tried it, right? And I guess it didn't work as well for her, right? And then you can say on the other side, the Bloods tried it after 2020. And I'm guessing it didn't work too well for them so far, because I think that's still going on. Maybe some court cases, right? Still going on with that. I don't know if there's any court cases with the 2016 one, or if there was. I'll take a look at that. But I do know with the 2021, there were a number of court cases and possibly still open cases on that one. But yeah, well, step off on our feelings, right? Because both sides do the same thing. They do the same thing. So unless they take Donald Trump out, guess what? It's a wrap for them. They're going to have to scramble and put Michelle Obama in there, or someone better. I don't know who it would be, because they depend on the blacks. And so they're going to have to find someone black. And they depend now heavily on the gay community. So they're going to have to find something to sort of win on skin color and gender and, of course, policy as well. Don't get me wrong, because we're not trying to get in our feelings. They support them for their policies, whether they're gay, so they support those liberal policies, whether that person is black, you would assume, right? Reasonably assume, right? You can reasonably assume that, black interests or things that are uniquely important to the black community will not be overlooked. So it does drive up the numbers, and the experts know all this stuff. All right. So it's either get Trump disqualified so he doesn't run at all. Otherwise, he wins the election in 2024, regardless of who the Dems put against him. And that's what they know. What would you do if you were a Crip and you had that information about your op? Like, they're gonna get all of y'all. Unless you hurry up and make a switch and put Michelle Obama at the head, then you got a better shot at survival and getting your op. What you gonna do? Stay in your feelings?